You know what they say, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. Where is that? New York City. On this episode of Transit Unplugged TV, we're going to dive into New York City. We haven't been there for a while. We're going to go there a lot coming up soon. I'm Paul Comfort, and on this episode, we get to talk to Justin Vonashek. He's the new president of Metro-North Railroad, North America's second largest commuter railroad service. In 2024, they served almost 70 million passengers, a major increase over the previous year. They're only surpassed by their sister railroad, Long Island Railroad. It's part of the MTA. It serves Lower Hudson Valley, Manhattan, the Bronx, and northern New Jersey. They do some work with New Jersey Transit as well as Connecticut Transit, and that's where we met him at a joint facility, a maintenance facility they operate with CT Rail and CT DOT in New Haven. I was there filming an episode of Transit Unplugged TV with my pal Ben Limmer, who heads up transportation there in the state, and we got this opportunity. I said, let's take it, and Justin said, yeah, we'd love to do it. So he talks about the service. You know, there are many stations, 124 stations, 785 miles of track. It's a massive operation. He dives into it all and explains what are the issues right now in commuter railroad and what are the great victories they've been having. And there's been quite a few. I think you'll enjoy this in-depth interview with Justin Vonashek, the president of Metro-North Railroad in New York City. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, let me give you a shot of this. We just won this. This is a great award, the Spotlight Award awarded to Transit Unplugged TV and for our TV show Transit Unplugged TV in Tucson, Arizona that we filmed this year. The Southwest Transit Association, SWATA, gave us this award this last week. I was down in their big conference they held in New Orleans. It's their first ever business award that they gave to a business for promoting and spotlighting public transportation. Shout out and thank you to the executive director of the organization and their staff, Amanda Webb and Rich Sampson, the executive director, and all the folks there who welcomed me so warmly. And thank you to our team who have worked hard on that episode. Thank you so much. It is an honor for us to continue to bring great stories about public transportation and how it's improving the lives of many, like we do in this episode with Justin Vonashek, president of Metro-North Railroad. Justin, thanks for having me in, man. Great to have you on the podcast.
It's great to be here.
I've been following your career some over the years, and I'm excited for you in this new role. Tell me about your role there at Metro-North Railroad as the president.
So right now I'm the president of Metro-North. I oversee the entire operation and agency here. We're part of the MTA. I've been in this role since April of this year, so relatively new.
Yeah.
It's been an exciting journey so far.
Well, let's just dive into it. Tell me about what you did before this and how you got here, and then we'll go into what you're doing.
Sure. So I started at Metro-North in 2016, came here as vice president of system safety. From there, I was in that position for about 5 years, overseeing the safety for the railroad. Then I moved up to senior vice president of operations. Did that for a couple of years, and then I was promoted to executive vice president and chief operating officer before taking on this role. Prior to that, I started my career at Metro in Chicago. So I started as a transportation specialist in the transportation department, moved up to corporate train master, did that for a couple of years. There was an opportunity then to take on schedules and services, so overseeing all the schedules for Metro's 11 lines. Did that for a few years, then I became director of regulatory compliance. This was right around the time that the Rail Safety Improvement Act of 2008 was in place, so there was a lot of regulations coming out of the FRA. I did that for a few years, and then I moved to Boston. This was when Keolis was taking over the contract for the MBTA commuter rail. I was the chief safety, security, emergency preparedness, and regulatory compliance officer.
For MBTA?
For Keolis.
For Keolis.
For the
because Randy was doing that for a while ago, right? For MBTA?
Yeah, there was a little bit of overlap there.
Yeah.
Definitely. Did that, and then now here we are, and the rest is history.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, well, tell us some about your agency. As you know, this podcast is for people that work in transit, around transit. So New York City Metro is it. It's the icon of transit in America. 40% of all rides that take place in public transportation in America on any given day happen in your city. So if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. No.
That's what they say.
Yeah. So tell me about the MTA and how Metro-North Railroad fits in and all that.
Sure. So the MTA is comprised of multiple agencies. So you have Metro-North, you have Long Island, which are the two commuter railroads, and of course you have New York City Transit. We have New York City Bus as well. And then we have MTA C&D, Construction and Development. we have bridges and tunnels, and then we have headquarters. So
If you put them all together, is it a lot of people? I mean, what are we thinking?
it's well over 70,000 people.
That's what I thought, yeah, getting
it's
close.
definitely a lot of people, and we're moving well over 6 million people a day. So it's
All
a lot
together.
of people altogether,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, who do you report to?
I report to the chair, Jana Lieber.
Oh, okay. Great. Good guy.
Amazing guy.
Yeah.
Amazing guy.
Yeah. I won't get into congestion charging with you because I know that's not your thing, but that's again, a New York City-based topic, hot topic in transit. So on the rail side, talk to us about how performance is going. How are you doing at Metro North Railroad? What are the customers saying to you? Those kind of things.
Yeah, performance is going really well. I mean, the team's doing an amazing job. So far this year, we're operating at 98% on-time performance.
98.
98%.
I mean, that's amazing.
It is, and we're halfway through the year.
And you're in New York City.
We are.
It's not like it's not congested there.
Yes. We're moving over 230 customers a day. So we're seeing about 85% of the pre-pandemic ridership. On weekends, in many cases, we're topping over 100% of what we were seeing pre-pandemic. So the ridership is coming back, which we're excited about. Performance is best it's ever been, which obviously we're really excited about. So every spring and fall, we do a customer survey. And the last one we did, we received 89% positive feedback from our customers. So going back to spring of 22, we've consistently been in the mid to high 80s with customer feedback. So it's something we're very proud of, something the team continues to perform well for our customers, and they're recognizing us for this. So it's something
That's
we're really
good.
excited about.
Yeah. So as we're talking today, we're sitting in a facility in Connecticut, which is their component changeout facility.
That's
Yeah.
right, yep.
It's a shared operation you do with Ben Limmer and his guys over there at CT Rail, right?
Correct,
Yeah.
yes.
Tell us about that and how all that is. And
Yeah, sure. So Metro North has 3 lines, the Hudson and Harlem, which are on the New York side, and then the New Haven line, which we partner with Connecticut and the Connecticut DOT once we cross the state line between Portchester and Greenwich. So it's a close partnership. We work very well with, as you said, Ben Limmer and the team. And again, we're operating 98%. It's our heaviest line of the 3.
oh, is that right?
It is. It accounts for almost 50% of our overall ridership amongst the 3 lines.
So these are all commuters basically coming in from Connecticut into the city, or a lot of them are?
We also have reverse ridership.
Oh, really?
Yes. Many years ago, before everybody started talking about regional rail, we were really doing it. We dropped commuter rail from Metro North. That's why we're just Metro North Railroad.
Ah.
We've seen a huge reverse ridership. A lot of people come to Stamford. We see people coming to New Haven. So it's both directions.
Both ways. I love that.
Both
That's
ways.
probably why your ridership is doing so well, because it's not dependent on one-way commuters, right?
Right.
The commuter rails like Dave Deck down in Tri-Rail in Southern Florida, the ones that are doing over pre-pandemic don't just focus on commuters anymore. They're doing the whole like a
Correct,
regional rail approach.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. Interesting. So what do you got going on, like with vehicles? Give us some of your projects and things that are happening. I know you guys have a lot on the plate you're working with.
Yeah, there's a lot of exciting new things going on. So right now we're in the process of working with Siemens to take on our new dual mode locomotives. So we have 27 of those for Metro North and then another 6 for Connecticut. So we'll have 33 new dual mode locomotives to replace our Genesis locomotives. We're also in the process of procuring 13 new battery powered locomotives. So a lot of exciting things going on right now in terms of new locomotives coming on property. We're also excited about the opportunity to be running into Penn Station. Right,
Oh yeah, where Andy Byford's now trying to help get that thing reorganized.
He is.
Yeah,
he is.
yeah. He worked in New York City too. He was train daddy.
That is correct, yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to be? What's your title going to be? You got it figured out yet?
No, I don't think so.
So what's happening at Penn Station? What's the latest on that?
We're working on that, right? So right now our MTA construction and development is in the process of working with Amtrak to be able to allow us to start to operate into Penn. So we're excited about that opportunity. It's really going to create opportunities for those residents in the Bronx to get into the city, as well as reverse commute and come out to Connecticut. It's really going to open up new opportunities for those residents. So it's something we're really excited about. And it's just MTA furthering our regional mobility for the region.
Yeah.
Obviously, without MTA, New York doesn't exist. And without New York, quite frankly, the country doesn't exist. So it's something we're really proud to be part of.
Spoken like a true New Yorker, baby. What about Grand Central? You guys go into there too, right?
We go into there and we also operate it, right? That's MTA's crown.
You run that?
We run
That's
that.
what I thought.
Yeah. Of course, of course.
Yeah.
It's the MTA crown jewel.
Yeah.
It's
Talk about it, man. I want people around the world to know about it.
We love it. We have
Yeah.
about 750,000 people pass through there every day. Obviously, majority of them are riders, but we also have people coming through just to see Grand Central for the amazing.
And what is it? I mean, because people in Kansas City may have heard about Grand Central, but they don't know exactly what it is. Tell us a little bit about it.
Grand Central to us is the temple of mass transit, right?
I love that.
You have Metro North, And now we have Long Island with Grand Central Madison coming in the basement below us. You have New York City Transit. So you have 3 agencies coming together. It really allows our customers now to go from New Haven all the way to JFK via MTA. Or they could go up, now we have people on Long Island, they have the ability to go to the Yankees. Long Island to Metro North. So I mean, we're really creating that mobility amongst the region.
And you have a lot of retail and stuff inside, right?
Ton of retail, amazing restaurants. It's really a place in itself. I mean, we want you to ride our service, but I mean, even if you're not riding our service and you're just coming to visit New York, it's definitely worth a stop.
Yeah, I agree. I've been all over the world to a lot of major transit stations from, Latin America to Europe and Australia and all. And I think Grand Central is just what you said. It's like a temple to transit here in America. It's amazing.
It is.
Is your office there?
It's right next door, but I pass through it every day, and it's just, you look up and it's just amazing.
You're like, pinch yourself, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How is it having moved up now as you're the top dog, as they say? What's it like to you? I mean, your personal experience in the role.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been doing it since April, so I think it's been an exciting journey. A lot to learn. We have an amazing team, which makes it easy.
Yeah.
It's really an exciting time to be part of the MTA and Metro North.
What's a day? I know every day is different, but let's talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's a day like in the life of Justin Vonashek? What'd you do today?
Yeah, I mean, today was a good day. So once a month, we meet with our customers at one of the stations. We call it Connect with Us.
Okay.
So today I was out in Milford. We were just talking to our customers, getting their feedback, what they'd like to see different, what they love, right? We always appreciate what they love about Metro North and the MTA. Then came here, did a couple of meetings, and now here we are.
That's good. So how do you integrate the feedback in a major agency like yours that today you went out and talked to people? Okay, what do you do with that information?
So we have a system that we put all that information in, and then we track it and work to close it out depending on what the issues are.
Do you get back to people, or if they give you your information or whatever?
If they provide information and they're looking for a response from us, we definitely provide that feedback to other customers.
And do you have like a long-range plan or a short-range plan where you kind of feed all that into it and say, okay, this is what we heard from the people. What they want is this, that, or the other thing?
Most definitely.
Okay.
One of the things we saw from our customers as part of our customer satisfaction survey is they had some feedback on our restrooms on board our trains. So one of the things we did in response to that is we created QR codes that we put in all the bathrooms now. So that way customers are able to simply scan the QR code, provide that feedback, and depending on what it is or where it is, we're able to address it pretty quickly, right? So if a train's on its way from New Haven to the city, we get that feedback in our central location. If it's something about, say, a dirty bathroom, we're able to have crews in Grand Central waiting to clean that bathroom by the time it gets there. So it's really that immediate feedback, right?
Yeah. And so I knew Catherine Rinaldi, who was... she did both for a while, right? She was doing Long Island Railroad and then whatever. But how is the interaction? Like Demetrius is going to be on our podcast hopefully soon. I'm working with his team to do that. What's the interaction with you all? Do you all have a weekly staff meeting? All the modal administrators or whatever you call yourselves there? Yeah.
We do. We have a bi-weekly staff meeting.
Okay.
Where we all talk. But quite honestly, we're constantly talking about different things.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
So it's a good interaction, and it's good to feed off one another because a lot of our experiences are the same, but a lot of them are different. A lot of the challenges are the same. So it's really good to have that close network to be able to bounce things off of.
And is there a good intermodality between the services? So like Grand Central, obviously, yes, right? You've got buses, I'm sure, coming out of there. But in the other places in the system, are the buses feeding the rail like they should or vice versa?
100%. 100%. I mean, again, with Grand Central Madison now opening up, you could essentially take a train from New Haven and get all the way to Montauk just on the MTA. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That is. Let's talk about safety.
Sure.
I know it's not as big of an issue for commuter or regional rails, but we know the new administration's come in and the secretary said safety's number one. Talk to us about safety on Metro North Railroad.
Yeah, I mean, safety's always been number one for us.
Of course.
It's something we've always taken great pride in. It's our number one priority. It's something that we're constantly focusing on. I think if you look at our safety record over the past 5, 6, 7 years, it's consistently where it needs to be.
Do you have like a police force, or how do you do enforcement?
So we do have a police force, but that's MTA PD.
Uh-huh.
So that's also part of the MTA. So we work very closely with them, and you'll see them on board our trains and doing certain patrols. It's a really good coordination with us and them.
Tell me about the signal renewal program you've got coming up on the Hudson line. You've got a lot of big projects. You got your Grand Central artery, some new rolling stock, signal, ADA improvements at stations. You got a lot of those kind of like capital improvement projects going on, don't you?
We do. So we just got approval for our 25 to 29 capital program, which we're really excited about. So it's $6 billion over the next 5 years with an additional $1.7 billion for the Grand Central artery. So that's almost $8 billion for Metro North over the next 5 years, which is almost more than double what it was the last 5-year program. So we're extremely excited about it. To your question, I mean, it's going to allow us to do a lot of things, upgrade the signals on the Hudson line. If you've ever been to Grand Central, you see some of the challenges we have with the old infrastructure in terms of the train shed, the artery. So basically that's the ceiling in the Grand Central tunnel, and it's going to allow us to replace a lot of that, a lot of the stuff that's going on the viaduct, new equipment. There's a lot of new exciting things going on.
Let me ask you this, kind of a broader existential question about transportation in general. We're working on next year possibly doing a documentary on, working title is, What's Wrong with Transit America? Why less than 5% of Americans ride public transit and what we can do about it. I mean, you obviously are doing it right. So your ridership's coming back up, you're growing, expanding, you've got the commitment of your funders to do this. What do we need to do, in your opinion, to improve the image and the funding and our place in society in public transportation? Because the 50s were the heyday, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the 1950s, 30 to 40% of Americans rode transit. Now it's down. Now I know in New York City it's probably higher, but what are some thoughts on that?
Yeah, to me, I think it's really probably three things, right? It's reliable service,
Okay.
it's frequent service, and then it's how long they're actually on the train.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, give me more on that.
So we're able to operate right now, as I said, 98% on-time performance. Service is reliable. Frequency is basically what it was pre-pandemic. So there's a lot of opportunities for customers to ride different trains. But then the third piece, which I think is probably the most important right now, is what are we doing to reduce the time spent on the train? Obviously, people love riding Metro North. They love riding the MTA, but they'd much rather be with their friends and family. So we need to show that we're able to improve those run times and get people to their destination much quicker. We've done that so far on the New Haven line with our 3 super express trains in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. Basically, prior to the March schedule change, they were operating over 90 minutes, some 100, 110 minutes.
That's a long time to be on a train.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
New Haven's a far way away from the city, though,
Yeah.
so it's understandable. But we're able to get that to 90 minutes or less for those 6 trains. So in many cases, we're saving people up to 50 minutes per day.
50.
50.
An hour.
25 per direction.
And what'd you do to make that happen?
It's a combination of a lot of things. It was upgrading our signal systems, but it's really strategic dispatching, really working with our rail simulation software, figuring out where there's opportunities to slot certain trains. We're obviously on the busiest corridor in North America, but where are there opportunities to slot those trains? And the team was able to find those opportunities with these 6 Super Express trains. We're looking at other opportunities to do more with the entire operation. Our next step with the Super Express trains is on the Hudson line. One of Governor Hochul's initiatives is to be able to run less than 90 minutes from Poughkeepsie. So that's our next goal. We're looking to do that in the fall schedule change. So
Gotcha.
Really excited about these new
That's
initiatives.
great. I love your 3 things. Tell them to one more time. The 3 things you think that are important to get people.
Reliability,
Yep.
frequency, and trip time.
And trip time. That's very good. Listen to that, people. That's important. So much going on, man. Tell me a little about your funding and your governance and how all that works.
So we have some of the same funding that most other agencies have. So we come from the state of New York or federal funding.
Okay. And then governance, you have you report to Jano, but he got a board. He's chairman of a board of some board, right?
He's chairman and CEO, but yes, we do have a board, which is comprised of representatives from New York City, the state, and the counties.
Let's talk about rail generally in America. So, we've seen private operators like Brightline Trains come in, and I love those guys. They're doing high-speed rail, I think, not quite high-speed, almost high-speed rail in Florida, but going to have that between Vegas and LA, hopefully. When you go across the world, everybody's doing rail everywhere, and it seems like they're doing a lot better in some ways. That's what I get when I travel across America. They're like, why can't we have rail like in Europe? What do you think the future is happening for rail in America? It's a big infrastructure project to lay in a brand new anything with rail. Give us your thoughts, your vision. You're at the top of the hill, man. You're at the top of one of the biggest train companies in America. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it just goes back to the 3 points I mentioned before in terms of the New York region, right?
Yeah.
I think being able to implement high-speed rail here is much more complex, right?
Right.
I mean, it's already, the Northeast is
Jammed
already
up.
extremely dense,
Yeah.
right? So to be able to build something like they're doing in California would be extremely difficult.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know on high-speed rail. Yeah. I mean, just thinking about, like, you all interact pretty well with Amtrak. They come up here from the Northeast Corridor. I rode them to get here, actually. Yeah.
So they operate over our territory here on the Northeast Corridor.
Gotcha.
Yep.
There's a Northeast Corridor Commission that people don't even know about, right?
There is, yes.
Yeah. Tell us about that. I think people around, in Kansas may be interested in that.
It's basically just all the operators of the agencies along the Northeast. They just come together and work on different issues and figure out what the future of the Northeast Corridor looks like.
So I was talking to Jim Derwinski in Chicago, where it's like the crossroads of rail in America, and all the freight coming in and all that. Do you have a lot of that stuff coming through here too, on like the lines that you operate on? Do you have freight trains coming in? You have to work with them and all?
We do have some freight trains. We have CSX that comes through, but it's nothing like Jim's dealing with in Chicago.
Yeah.
So like I mentioned earlier, that is where I began my career. So you basically have all the major class ones coming into the Metro network, which we don't have here.
Yeah.
We don't have anything like that here.
Do you work with their group, the Commuter Rail Coalition or whatever? Are you involved with that?
We are.
Yeah?
We are,
Yeah, that's I love that. Yeah. Good group. Industry associations are always important. Justin, it's been great to see you here in Connecticut. You're really the Big Apple guy, right? New York City is the Big Apple for America. From my perspective, being a transit evangelist, I want to thank you for the work you all are doing in Metro North Railroad. You're really a shining light of how we should do it.
Well, I appreciate that. I think it really all goes back to the team. The team does an amazing job. They show up every day, and I think it really shows in our reliable service, how clean our trains are, and the customer feedback. And that's all attributable to every single one of our employees. Without everybody pulling and moving in the same direction, none of that's possible. And we've done it consistently for the past 5+ years. So
That's
really
awesome,
a tremendous job by the team.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping next year in 2026, we're working with your team. You came up here to us, thank you, in Connecticut. Yeah. I'd love to come to New York City and do a show about the whole thing you're doing there in 2026. So hopefully we can work it out and you can show us your amazing Grand Central Station and show that to our viewers. But thanks for taking some time with us today. This has been great, man.
Yeah, definitely. Just one thing. It's
okay.
Grand Central Terminal.
Oh, that's a terminal now.
Terminal.
What's the difference in your mind between a station and a terminal?
So Grand Central Station is the station that transit stops at.
Gotcha.
For the subway.
That's good to know. That's good to differentiation.
Everybody will correct you, I promise you.
Well, I'm glad you told me so I don't have to stand corrected in the future. All right, so we're going to meet you in Grand Central Terminal
there you
next year. All right, thanks again, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Transit Unplugged podcast. We're so glad you're here. My name is Julie Gates. I'm the executive producer of the show. And our goal is to create programs that promote the great things going on in the transit industry by providing you with behind-the-scenes access with industry executive leadership so we can work together to find innovative industry solutions. We would love to have you be a part of the Transit Unplugged community by having you sign up for our newsletter. Head to the show notes to find the link. Thanks for listening to Transit Unplugged with Paul Comfort, our favorite transit evangelist, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks for tuning in.